Hello and welcome to Tuesday Night Torg. I am JM, your GM, and this is the Faites Five. We are here for the last the last act of the Infernis game. So we're going to just dive right in. First of all, hello to Phantom of Truth. Hello to all the ampersands. Good to see you in the chat tonight. When we last left off, our group had rescued the Isle Elf, Morrigan, and put the smackdown on a Tharkaldu Alpha, but not without some casualties. Not in the people department, but perhaps the soul department. As Brother Block, in a moment of weakness and despair, which can we ask for anything more as GMs were playing in Tharkold, called out not to the program, but to whatever hacker would grant him the power to save Kowalski, who at the time was in the concrete with a Technodemon Alpha looming over him. That resulted in a massive spike of power, and speaking of spikes, two large ones that grew out of Brother Block's forehead, forged of liquid metal from the torture spike, which he now wears as cybernetic occult tech horns. So, Brother Black, a couple of things for you. One, your horns do strength +2 when you headbutt somebody, unless you're angry. Tell me if you get angry. And
does something different happen when he's angry?
Just saying, he needs to tell me. And then Brother Black, just go ahead and assume. Will you like him when he's angry? I don't know.
Well, you have to go in when you get there, Ben.
All right, so I managed to leave my Torg book inside. No, my Tharkold book. I
have that too.
You have? Oh, perfect. My team is better than I am. We are like the Beatles. We are the more than the sum of our hearts. So we're going to start off right here, and then Brother Black, just assume your faith works normally, and just try things that you have. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Brother Block's speech is more mumbly because his teeth have been transformed and they are jagged and long in his mouth, and so even when he tries to speak, he's like, things are good, you guys. Don't worry.
At the start of this act, I refreshed everyone's possibilities and I refreshed everyone's Cosm cards. But the good news for our viewers is that these two Cosm cards have remained with me because they must be played immediately. So Morrigan's Cosm card is Cyber Psychosis. Players with occult tech, which is now 2 of you, will suffer 2 shock anytime a dilemma appears on the drama card for the remainder of the act.
I don't like that.
But all Storm Knights with occult tech gain 2 possibilities. So that puts Kowalski and Brother Block at 5 possibilities. Also, the Law of Cynicism with Brother Block's card. Play this card when it's drawn. The GM may discard this at any time to make a hero's action fail.
Anytime? Is it one time?
One time. Okay. That hero gains 2 possibilities after you face plant. So it's like opponent fails, but for you guys. All the years I've been running Torg, now I feel justified. When Greg jumps in the chat, I will call this out. So you were picked up by the helicopter that was being flown by the last Turks people. They picked you up in the Mi-24 Hind. Very powerful chopper. And as the thing lifted off, you saw that people were scrambling. You still don't know who was behind any of this. The High Lord, or the Lord of Istanbul, the Tharkold side, is still as mysterious as whatever High Lord will emerge in Tharkold. But as you fly away, there's a moment of respite. Moment to take a breather. They're flying the chopper as fast as it can go towards the Istanbul side, dodging from side to side as large cannons fire up at the helicopter. And I believe Kowalski asked that we start with him.
Did I?
You strongly insinuated by saying something, and I chose to choose that as an insinuation.
All right. Well, my first question is, out of character, does this mean since by the laws of Tharkold and domination, does this mean that Kitten Kanan has taken the place of the Alpha that which she slew?
Ooh, and well, I mean, it seems like narratively that happened because she told you to get in the chopper, and you all complied.
It's true.
It's true.
So-
Kanan, you are now, according to Tharkold prison rules, the
You're now Team Alpha?
This
Yeah.
movie is so fun.
Zero Earth element. Welcome. So yeah, I'm going to say that at least for the rest of the act, until you cross out of Tharkold, on some subconscious level, more so with Brother Block and Kowalski, you acknowledge Kit and Kanan as the dominant alpha in the chopper.
Okay. What about all the cyborgs and techno-demons down below?
Not so much.
They're all fighting to find out who's their new alpha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sort of like chumming the waters, so to speak.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, in the meantime, after Kowalski tips his hat to Kit and Kanan, he will turn
Your
to...
demeanor changed, and I love it. Have a Tharkold possibility.
It will turn to Brother Block, and... Why did you do that? And he will also try and grab his horns and see if he can pull them off.
Whoa. Okay. Flaws. No.
All right. I assume they don't come off.
No, you, Morgan, you see the one
Grabs my
techno
horns.
Yes.
I grabbed Kowalski's horns, and then we were both like, "Hey, bro," and then he's like, "No, dude," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude," and then like it becomes dude.
No, this
like
is you're misreading the room here.
Is this like a
This
point?
is a moment for
Is
Kowalski.
this like a Point Break moment? It's happening.
I thought we were gonna make a sequel called "Dude Who's Holding My Horns."
No, all right, hold on. Let Kowalski speak.
Why did you do that? What is this? That's the last thing I wanted. I'm the techno demon. You're the knight. You're the paladin. Now you have the horns.
We'll pause there because I think we lost Brother Block. Gremlins, man, it's real in the curve. Morgan, you've been rescued by this group of Storm Knights. What's going on in your head? How are you reacting? You clearly saw they all seem to follow the orders of this Julie Andrews-esque mummy.
Welcome involuntarily.
You are muted, Becca.
Ah! It's,
Welcome to the Curd. That's my secret plan. We're not just playing Torg, we're in Torg.
I was about to say, I keep seeing myself freeze too, so I'm like, awesome, this is going to be great. As long as you can hear me, I'll keep talking.
Yeah,
so
go
we'll
for
see. So yeah, the Julie Andrews mummy is something else. I'm not sure what. But I also listened to her very stern get in the chopper directions. And so I'm kind of standing probably like in the back, kind of just watching all these people. There's a lot to take in. I don't know if you guys know this, but you're kind of a lot. In the most delightful way.
Well, we know.
And so yeah, Morgan is standing there confused, trying to gauge the situation about who's actually in charge, and if it is the mummy, what the next plans are. And it seems like every single time she like opens her mouth to say something, there's like another outburst from somebody. And so she's just like trying to find her in, but she keeps getting overwhelmed by everything.
I offer her some laudanum.
I look at it, I sniff it, and I just give it back.
It smells
Thank
like
you.
kobold sleepy juice.
Yeah, thank you, but no thank you. Feel like this is a great time for essential oils moment, but no.
Oh, you're that kind of no. Okay.
I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than have a frontal lobotomy.
Kit,
Yeah.
you can see this and Zorba, you both can see that this storm knight that you've rescued seems completely overwhelmed, and not just because of the near brush with death.
Although that's probably playing into it.
It's probably adding to the trauma.
Why do you think I offered her some laudanum?
So I would like to go over and give a formal introduction of myself. Good evening. I'm Kitted Cardum. When you shake my hands, it's very dusty and gross.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to our group. I'm just gonna turn.
Thank you. Did you walk away?
No, just
Oh, okay.
It's not a large chopper. Like,
yeah. I'm always like looking outside, doing some math. I
We're
don't
taking
know.
more time. Good night.
I'm Morgan. Thank you for the rescue.
Of course.
Yeah, did you... It didn't seem coordinated. Was this a plan? Like, did you know about me and the execution?
you did. You did not know her specifically.
Yeah, we knew some parts.
Okay.
We had a plan that could have worked differently. But we were coming to find you. So.
Thank you. Do you know, have you heard of any other Storm Knights in the area? I'm missing my team. A previous team. Sorry, not to say that we can't be a team. We can totally be a team. But
It's not going well.
Would you, Paladin, excuse him?
Hold on, Brother Block. We're going to get back to you and Kowalski here real quick. First of all, Grey March, have a possibility. Welcome to the first time chat. If you are new here, the way it works, you get a possibility. You can play it on either side. You can give it to the Storm Knights, or you can give it to me. You don't have to decide now. It's spur of the moment kind of. So, Brother Block, if you're back, we're going to let Kowalski ask you, why did you do that? It's still like, go ahead and repeat it, Kowalski.
Why did you do that? I'm the Techno Demon. You're the Holy Knight. You don't... We can't both be Techno Demons. That's not how this works. You're the good guy.
In the game, a lot of times, aesthetic changed and maybe who knows?
We're having a lot of trouble hearing you. Can you drop the accent for right now? That would help clear up the signal to noise ratio.
Yes.
Sorry, bud. Thanks.
Oh no! I was being silly. So, a lot of times a game is made better by a divergence in aesthetics or tonality. So, Brother Black thinks things are real cool, and this is his Bowser's Castle level. So he's like, "Don't worry, brah. 2 levels from now, everything will be okay." And he goes, da 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 da.
That does feel
Just to let you
on point.
in a sort of like binary way, like he's not all there anymore. Even his conversation with you seems stilted and speak to spell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just like a.
Yep.
You are right. Do not worry. Flang.
Yeah.
But you know that he's fighting whatever's wrong with him, and whatever's wrong with him is a darn shame.
Right.
How are you feeling about this, Kowalski?
Kowalski is. I think there's a combination of guilt over the fact that he knows that his friend did it for him, but also probably some disappointment as well on the fact that that's sort of the opposite of who we saw Brother Block as. So, but I think on the other hand, there is also that sense of brotherhood that is part of it as well. Like that doesn't really change a whole lot. You're still family. So, I think probably he ends it by grabbing one of your horns and like thumping you on the head with his own, headbutting you.
You're going to take the domination. Like you're going to be the alpha of this little new techno demon pack.
Maybe, but I think it's more. I think it's more of a techno demon sign of affection. Is that you just grab someone's horn and thump them in the face.
Those are discussions to have offspring. All right. At this point, the guy in the cockpit turns not to Kit, but to Zorba, who the last time seemed to be in charge. Aladdin, we have a problem. I can get us to the Nile Empire side. I don't know how long the helicopter will last, and he points back, and you can see the sides are open, right? There's two 50 cal machine guns, but you can see a three packs of what seem to be transparent flying slug swarms, and they are shrieking. Like the glass inside inside the helicopter starts to pop. The components in the console, like the altimeter, just kind of cracks and fractures.
What?
It is a swarm of shrieking, flying, transparent leeches about the size of your leg.
How transparent are we talking?
Translucent.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is this a thing that is normal in Thargold?
Would you like? Give me a mind.
I'm not smart, man. This is gonna okay. That's 18 though, so that's probably all right. 5 plus so it's a 10.
That's a 10. All right. So what you do know is that as soon as they get in any sort of light, that translucent will go to transparent, and it's very hard to see them.
So the fact that it's fairly dark is good.
Except it's very light inside here. They're nearly invisible in light, and they swarm. They will fill an area, and they just start sucking the blood out of everything in this area, leaving dried, desiccated husks. So, Kit, you're fine.
One step ahead of them. Is this a chopper where it's just like open, or we can close the doors before you can get it?
It is open. And seeing as you are the alpha, please tell me when to stop, because we're going to do a dramatic task resolution to get to the Nile Empire without crashing. Like, you want me to finish the shuffle?
No.
No?
Yeah.
You want me to...
I take like too much joy out of making that
You
part difficult
really
for you,
do.
and I'm sorry,
That's
but I'm
fine.
never going to stop
When
doing
the
that.
shrieking leeches come, you will have no one to blame but yourself. You want me to cut or take it?
Yes, please.
All right, here we go. First card.
I think he added the adjective shrieking. Before they were transparent, they were translucent, and suddenly they are now shrieking leeches?
Also,
They
they
are.
were slugs the first time.
Yeah, they are. Well, they are slugs about that size. All right, so the name of the thing is a Shreeleech swarm. So
Shreeleech?
Yeah, Shreeleech.
Shreeleech. Okay.
Yeah, freaking leech.
Gotcha.
All right, the card is Had Enough. Any character who deals more than 20 damage may make a free intimidation attack against anyone who saw the attack. That is the good news. The approved action is Defend and Trick. The bad news is... oh wait, this is a dramatic task, so there is no bad news. Villains go first and get inspiration, which means they recover shock. Heroes will go second. Defend and Trick is the approved action. So,
I assume we have whatever wounds and shock we left the site with. Excellent.
So, if any of you wish to take control of the chopper, you may, but at the start of this round, it will be the guy who is sitting in the cockpit, which is random thug number 1. Ooh, that's not good. You make no progress toward the Nile Empire. As he drops the stick, everything goes tumbling forward and starts weaving through the streets to try and outrun the leeches. Unfortunately, the leech swarms they kind of disappear all of a sudden to all of your eyes. That is until everyone in the swarm can feel things attaching to their skin. So, you are fine because you have no blood, but the rest of you will each take 1 shock. Leeches start to become a little bit visible, as you can see, like little, like almost wisps of blood. Like you ever put ink in a thing of water, you can see that it kind of and then disappears. So that is their turn. You have made no progress towards step B. It is now the hero's turn. So what would you like to do?
Okay, question first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant 3 shock. Yes.
You said that it's dark outside, but it's light inside the chopper.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just I think we should just cut the cabin lights.
Do you give out that order?
Yes, cut the cabin light.
Give me an intimidation.
I feel like everyone's listening.
These guys are.
I just need to bash them and make it do it.
That was an 18 plus 5. Intimidate is that guy, so 15.
Okay, so it sounds like in your head, like you're saying, turn off the cabin lights. What everyone else hears is turn off the cabin lights, or else. And like people are like actually smacked. Soon it goes completely dark inside this, and you can see the blood clear. You can see like these waves. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of these telekinetic flying leeches, slug leeches around you. But you can now see them without the invisibility penalty.
Oh boy!
However, it is dark in here now, so there's a darkness penalty. It's not as bad as the invisibility penalty. But they all listen to you've established your dominance, and I will give you, per the law of domination, a new card. All right, who's going next? Actually, all the ampersands, you thought that there was just great marginalia around the edge of the travel brochure. Those were actually the slugs.
So, question.
Yeah.
So these are telekinetic slugs.
Telekinetic flying slug leeches that are nearly invisible.
Okay. What happens if you eat them?
There are so many of them, it would be very hard to eat enough of them.
But what happens if you eat them? I mean, I'm not saying I want to eat all of them. I'm just saying this seems like are there any properties which they can then?
There is only one way.
Intimidation move. Eat the largest one, like the first day in prison.
Well, Ben, I'm going to say there's only one way for you to find out, and that is to attempt to eat a leech.
All right, that's what I will do. I will raise one on my forearm, and I will, with my fanged maw, I will rip it from my arm and grind it between my teeth. It's an unarmed attack.
Yeah, that'll definitely be an unarmed.
Okay. But I still have my arm. That's the whole point.
You still have.
Okay. That's a.
Torg is the weirdest game in the world, and I love it.
That is a 9.
All right, this would be great if this is what caused you to fail on, taking a huge chunk out of your own arm. Am I that much of an a-hole? Maybe. All right, would you get
9.
a 9? So that's good enough to bite a slug. You inflict. What's your strength plus 1?
9.
All right, you inflict 1 shock on a slug swarm.
Does it kill the slug that I'm chewing on, or?
Oh, it definitely kills the one that you're chewing on, and it pops in your mouth and floods your mouth with ichor and a tiny bit of your own blood. and it tastes like your birthday and you're really expecting something cool. All you get are shirts. So I'm gonna need a spirit test from you.
That's yeah. That's a bummer, man. Oh, that's also a 9.
That's
A
nice.
9. That's my number tonight.
So right now, you don't know if there's any other properties, but right now you do know that the taste in your mouth has given you sort of existential despair, and you are vulnerable and stymied by your next action.
Okay, next question. Well, I am suffering from the existential despair of eating as one of these slugs.
Mm-hmm.
Will these things disappear once we cross into the next cosm? Will they turn to dust? Will they turn to normal slugs?
They'll probably just turn into normal river leeches.
Gotcha. Okay, so
All right, who's going next?
I will. For a potential, I have a spell called Multiple Images,
Okay.
and the range is originally Self,
Mm-hmm.
with a difficulty of 10.
Okay.
If I increase the difficulty, could I trick these slugs into seeing multiple images of, like, the helicopter? Or are they all inside with us already?
They're all inside with you right now. You're guessing there's some clinging to the side of the helicopter, but there's just... Oh, by the way, if you take your turn, you take 3 more shots of the slugs. Yeah, they're awful. I don't know who made these leeches, but you have my love. My eternal and undying love.
Can you make other images of you
Okay.
to like trick? Would that be a thing?
Say that again?
Like if making extra helicopters doesn't work, could you make extra images of you that like they would try and eat that one?
Yeah. So, I with the difficulty of 10, I make a second image of me that mimics me and gives a penalty to those who would attack me. It does not work against area of effect.
That is what this is. So I would recommend don't do this. Do
And
something else.
that was then my question about this. Okay.
Yeah.
So instead, I guess I'm just gonna do Ice Burst, because I was told no light, so I won't do lightning. I'm also in a helicopter, and I know better than that. So I will attempt Ice Burst.
Okay, give me an ice burst roll. What's this a blast?
I want to say yes. I'm
Burst.
going back.
All right, awesome. All right, give me the roll.
So yeah, it's versus their dodge or dexterity.
Okay. Is that the Isle book, I assume?
Yes.
we
I mean, yeah, and I can read it all, but here's my dice. Okay. Oop. Okay. That's plus 3.
lots of infection is spreading.
Okay.
Oh, good lord.
17.
It's not that bad yet, Ben.
This corruption just goes really bad, so I'm not sure.
17 is a outstanding success.
Oh, I figured their little dexterities would be higher.
No, not at all.
Okay, so cool. An outstanding success. I get to add 2 bonus dice to my 14 damage, and the target is restrained.
Okay. Go for it. Roll your damage dice.
19 damage total.
Woo-hoo. 19 damage is 14 over there. So that's and you did 9 damage before, yes, Ben?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna lie. I lied. You actually did 2 shots. Oh boy, you're lucky. And all right, you can see a bunch of the slugs start crystallizing in the air. Some of them fall to the ground and shatter. There still seems to be a bit of that swarm, but they're almost out.
Excellent. Yeah.
Oh
so
wait,
I guess.
no, that does. I'm sorry, that one does take out the swarm.
Okay. Cool.
How many swarms are there?
There are 2 more swarms.
Mm-hmm.
It is sort of a whirlwind of invisible, blood-sucking, telekinetic, flying leech slugs. Zorba or Ben?
Do we need to put cards into play?
Yes, you need to put one card into your...
Okay. I'm going to put supporter. Surprise.
Who's going next? Zorba, you up?
Sure. How much laudanum have I ingested?
I need... that's a good point. I would like you to give me a strength check.
How much of it is in my bloodstream?
That's what I'm looking for. Give me a strength check.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to spend a possibility to make that a 16 on my roll.
Okay, so that's a +3.
All right, and then my strength is... I don't have it right in front of me. Apologies.
No, don't worry about it. Thanks for removing it.
Do you have my sheet
Can
with
you go
you?
grab the sheet out of this book, Ben? Oh, it's right here. Awesome. My team, once again. This is what I paid you for. In alcohol. All right, your strength is... Oh, that's not great. A 7. So that gives you a 10. So here's the thing. You're stymied. You're a little like...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But how many of the slugs go to sleep from sucking my blood?
Oh, that's a well played. That is one of the possibilities, Zorba. Well played. I did not see that setup coming. You inflict 4 shock on the second slug group, which drops them about halfway down. And will make them vulnerable due to the laudanum in your system. They do not have the same resistance to it that you have.
Perhaps he sings a song from a legally distinct movie about a boy who grew up in a jungle, and the snake says, "Believe."
No.
No, this is
No,
Darkhold,
this
not
is-
Empire. This will let you know possibilities that will in fact add monsters to the scene. You're up, Brother Carter. You're up, Zorba.
Well, yes. So, just to... This is Zorba's inner commentary. We were somewhere in Tharcold near the edge of the border when the drugs began to take hold. I remember saying something a little bit like, "Oh, I feel a bit lightheaded. Maybe he should fly the helicopter." When all of a sudden the air was filled with 1,000 swooping, screeching slugs, and a voice was crying out, "Holy Jesus, what are these goddamn animals?" That's what Zorba says on his turn.
I don't even know why I'm running this game. Brother Block and Zorba should just be running this game. Well
the slugs just, I just let them drink enough of my blood to fall down.
So you just keep sipping laudanum.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Block, you are up. What are you doing, sir?
I'm gonna fly this plane, baby.
All right. You slip into the other seat. Go ahead and give me an air vehicles roll.
So that will be a 13.
Awesome. All right, that is successful enough. Brother Block pulls the hind up out of the streets and gets you back up above next street. So that is the end of this round, and we will be going on to the next card. The new card is There's a Storm Coming. All orbs suffer 2 shock and disconnect. Reality-rated characters have to test the reality or lose 1 possibility or lose a reality if they have no possibilities left. So it's lucky it's the start of the seen is a possible setback, which means if you do not make progress on this, you go back to A as the air cannons start firing, and you can hear the screaming of you can hear the sounds of 2 jet-powered vehicles coming up alongside the
Oh.
helicopters. And villains go first. Heroes are confused, which means you may not play cards from your pool. Defend and taunt are the approved action. So, the villains go first. Everyone suffers 2 shock because you are in the swarm of shrieking leeches, except for Kit, who is fine.
I'm out.
Stupid mummy perk.
I'm unconscious.
From the laudanum or from the shock damage?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. Thank you, Gabe. Now, you took 3 initially, 2 on the second, and 2 this round, because... Does that make
You
sense?
said
We had to be
you said
leftovers from
3
last
on the
time.
second.
No, so
Round.
because Morgan killed one of the swarms,
Ah,
it's now only 2
gotcha.
each. Yeah. The more you
All right,
kill,
never mind.
the less you take. Okay.
Never
The
mind.
more you kill.
I have 1 more shock left.
All right. So that's my slug attacks. They just sit around. Some of them fall to the ground, having fed on Kit. It's not great. Kit, you may want to go before anyone else, because if you can kill off a second group of slugs, they only take 1 shock damage. However, the other vehicles come up alongside you. Kowalski, you recognize them as Spectres, which are a multi-role aircraft from Tharkold built around a fuselage much larger than the cockpit. They are variable wing fighters, and they open fire on your hind, which is the helicopter you're in, not the real
I got you.
part. Okay,
I
sweet.
got you.
Just figured I'd make a... All right. They fire a set of Aleph exterminators, and you just hear the chunk, 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 as it tears up the side of the hind.
And they
One
hit
of them-
only the swarm.
What?
And they hit only the swarm of
Well, one of them definitely hits nothing but air, because apparently Zorba is giving off fumes of laudanum at this point, and he rolled a 2. The other one got an 18, which is a 5, which makes which hits the Brother Black. What's your airspeed vehicles? Your air vehicles stat. That's your defense for this.
Well,
All right. 15, so it's up by 3. It doesn't do anything more than the base damage, which is only enough. Smoke starts pouring out from around the main propellers, but nothing seems to be broken. Brother Black is still responding great. That is my villain's turn. Who's going first?
Question. So my harmonic wave, can I cast that to the inside of a swarm?
Yeah, I'd allow it.
Okay.
I do have to point out one last thing, because Tharkold is the worst. A possible setback is a dilemma on the drama card, which means my occult tech thieves take 2 more shock. All right.
Then I would like to cast my harmonic wave on one of the swarms.
Okay.
Or can I?
Do you want to do it on the swarm that seems a little woozy from all of the Zorba eating?
Yes.
Go for it.
Yeah, that makes more
Yeah, their dodge is only 8.
Okay. So, well, I rolled a 4, so that's pretty great. -6. Don't worry. I forgot how everything works. Okay. Which would be a 9. And that would hit them, right?
A 9 would hit.
Okay, then that would be 10 damage. Ignoring armor.
10 damage, ignoring. Their toughness is 5, which means you will inflict a wound and 2 shock against these things. They are still up, but only barely. Which extended possibility I should have said to up that.
Yes.
All right.
According
Oh wait, no, I can't recurse.
as Greymarch accurately pointed out, because you inflicted a wound, you also get shock back.
That's true. You regain shock every time you hit something. That is correct. Great March, have a possibility because I was going to bring that out.
Oh,
Yes, you recover a shock, Becca, anytime you inflict one or more wounds in Darkhold.
It's not one shock per wound.
It's not. That would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
That's what the core book says.
but that
The
does mean
law
I
of
can
pain.
do something.
No, it's one shock if you inflict one or more wounds.
Cool.
Okay,
I did a lot of L5R.
I spent a possibility,
Yeah.
and then the first 2 rolls were 10s. So my total roll for that is 30,
Yeah.
which is a plus 9. So it ends up being a 24.
Okay, that's an outstanding success. So it's 10 plus 3d6.
Yeah. Which were a 5 and a 1. So 16. 16 total.
16 total damage, which is up by 11. That takes out the swarm, and you recover a shock.
No need.
I'm fine. All right, who's going next? If you go, you will take 1 shock.
I can go.
I will go and pass out.
Okay.
Oh, I was about to say I can go because I have shock left, and hopefully kill one before Zorba passes out.
Smart.
But you know,
No,
This
no,
whole-
he's ready. He's over it. He does not wish to be conscious anymore.
Also, Zorba, if you were to lumber towards the pilot's chair, I could try and heal you, but I have it on fairly good authority that selling my soul has messed up stuff.
No. I just wrap myself up in a piece of canvas that's lying around and
Can
go
I
to sleep.
That you assume is like a French silk
Duvet.
drying cloak.
Or maybe there's just a spare body bag. I just zip myself up in it.
It is
except
Darkhold.
like
That seems
the tip of my nose, just like the tip of my nose sticking out.
all right.
okay.
Zorba passes out.
I'll put a card in his thing.
What do you got? Becca?
Morrigan looks to Kit and says, "Do your people often just fall down?"
Just the one.
Well, because that one did it too.
Oh, yeah, well, sometimes. I mean,
Okay.
everyone needs a hobby.
Everyone needs a hobby.
Welcome.
Sure. Because why not? Well, then I will do another ice burst on the remaining slugs. Although I will attempt a multi-attack if I could also do one on one of the people outside.
You can definitely do that.
Yes, because lightning, you're not allowed to multi-attack.
Does Ice Burst says you're allowed to?
But ice burst does not say I cannot.
There you go.
Like lightning is very specific about that. Okay. So the slugs and the guy on the right.
The
But I'm going
slugs and the
to-
guy on the right. Go for it.
Imagine I'm closer to. Okay. Ooh, that's a 20. And a 13, so 33. That was fun. That's
Plus 10.
So 24 minus 2 for multi-attack, so I'm at 22.
That is an outstanding success on both the vehicle and the slugs.
I'm so glad Morgan's here.
I was just
Lovely.
thinking, it's good to have someone hyper competent.
Both hyper confident and not already jaded by everyone else.
I love this group so much. I'm so looking forward to it.
Same dice roll for both. Sorry, same damage for both.
Well, you'll roll it twice.
Okay, the first one, so I guess the slugs, is a 23.
I guess the slugs is a 23. That's up by 18. That obliterates the third slug group.
Hey, back at Fun Club. What's up? I've got 0th element. And the guy outside to the right is 24 points of damage.
24 points
And-
of damage.
He is restrained.
Oh, that's not good.
Now remind me, are these the ones that are drones where there's someone remotely
No,
jacked
there's
in?
definitely there's someone.
Or is it the ones where it's like
The
up high?
pilots are often there. No, these as you look, Kowalski, you can see that these people have a terrified look on their face. Their lips are pulled back in a rictus grin, and you can see there are cables that are sliding
They're
under
basically
their
wired
skin.
into this thing.
They are directly fused with the vehicle. You
That's
notice that as one of them gets encrusted with ice and dips down and explodes on the side of the building, which causes fire to come rushing through the cabin, which could ignite the fuel lines if Brother Block doesn't get us out of this possible setback.
Also could ignite them up.
But also
Yeah.
ignite the bombing.
And we cannot play cards into our pool.
You
but
can
we
play
still
cards into your pool, you just can't.
Okay.
Played
Play. Okay.
from your.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna. Okay, I'll place my second card. Opponent fails into my pool.
Now remember the errata on this one is that you can only play it if it is targeting you. You can't play it on any action. Okay, just wanted to make sure we were up on the latest errata. Brother Black, what are you doing, my friend?
Oh, we're gonna fly this chopper.
All right, it feels like we're back in the B team.
Yes, and R.I.P. TC from Magnum.
Yeah.
He passed literally this week, and that's the reason that Kowalski calls me Bubby, because he's Magnum and I'm TC and Brother Block, and like it could be BB, like BB and CC Winans, but I'm French, so it's Bubby.
There you go.
Yeah, so like when we're hanging out, it's like, yeah, let's do this, Bubby. And I'm like, word, Kowalski, last train to Awesome Town, check it out. I will roll right now.
So many eyes on your face.
He got a surplus of eyes, and I have eyes. Ben's got eyes. They're just
Where are yours? I don't see them all over
Mine are
yours.
dropping
13.
all over.
13? All right, Kowalski, or Brother Block, you managed to keep the chopper relatively level. You can start to see the lights of the south side of the bank of the Bosphorus. You know you can get the chopper across the island, or across the way as long as nothing goes wrong. It's our second of 5 actions.
Question.
Yes, Brother Block. Or sorry, Kowalski, I just flipped you in my heads.
So I have my own personal reality field, right?
Yeah, essentially.
So if I keep the leeches close to me, they won't turn to little, or
No.
they won't.
Yeah, they'll turn. Yeah, you just carry your personal reality. You
Okay,
don't
so if
assume
I-
your reality.
So if I put one in my pocket, would it stay the same?
If you ate
How
one,
many
would it stay
turns
the
do we
same?
have before the dramatic resolution has failed?
5.
So
5 more?
3 more.
No, total of 5. This is round 2.
So
Round
there's
2, and we've gotten how many tasks done?
2. Yeah, you're 2
Oh.
for 2.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, well done,
Okay.
team.
Of
Thanks for
5 total?
Of 5. Well, you got to get 4 done in 5 rounds.
4 done in 5 rounds.
Yeah.
But we can
Don't
we can
forget that,
attempt 2,
Kit
correct?
is the boss of everyone in the area. In a small geographical area, Kit is now the highest dominator.
She's the highest dominator in this helicopter, not in a geographical area as of this point. Not very many people know what Kit has done.
We can attempt to resolve 2 actions in a round, right?
Only if those steps are on the card.
Only
right?
if those steps are on the card. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
Okay, so there's literally no way to preserve.
Do you really just want to take one of these slugs with you?
I want to. I get this sense.
Give me a possibility, and I'll let you do it.
All right.
You infuse the
I need
slug
a
with
few
one
of
of your
them.
person. All right, I'll give you a handful.
Okay, they're
Why?
leg size though, right?
Yeah, they're leg size. So how are you gonna store these?
I will stuff them in the body bag with Zorba.
With Zorba?
Well, they're like.
Well, they immediately go
dead.
to sleep, and Zorba is unaware of.
Well, they're already like frozen and dead. But I assume that possibly this could be with the right proportions and maybe a significant amount of vodka, you could perhaps extract the essence here and perhaps provide us a small side income in Zorba's personal circles of Tharkoldu leech juice.
Is that what Kowalski is thinking about right now at this moment?
Oh, yeah, man.
You spend the possibility.
I just need to sing a song quickly, and it goes, "Our cold slug babies will make your dreams come true. Our cold slug babies, we do the same for you." Okay, I'm out.
You spend your turn gathering slugs, and you take a point of check. All right.
Is I feel like attacked by something? Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
are all the slugs dead?
Yeah, they're all dead. So
Okay.
Kowalski is gathering up.
So
these
do I take the
slugs.
shock or not? Then?
No, you don't take the shot.
Man, I really need to
Yeah.
run a tighter ship.
You really do. This is all good.
Yeah, fair enough.
The next card is Karmically Good, Judgment Day.
Hmm.
The character who has suffered the most shock. Who is that?
Well, there was one passed out from it.
Yeah, I think it just means a little shock.
Gotcha.
Right now, from this round so far, I am at 7 shock taken.
Does anyone have more than 7 shock? All right. You are very vulnerable this round.
Oh, good. Oh,
Yeah.
being stymied and what was the other thing?
No, you're no longer stymied and vulnerable. You're not just very vulnerable. All right. At this point, as the chopper has dropped a little bit, you're flying through the buildings. You can see that. I'm so sorry. Good news. Heroes go first, and they get a flurry, which means heroes will go first. And then after everyone on that side has taken action, then you get to take another complete turn. So you get 2 complete turns.
Ooh.
The bad news is there is no C on this card, and there is no D. So you make no forward progress. And you can see what seems to be a trio, because everything bad comes in threes, as we all know. A trio of abomination creatures that are large, infected birds of prey, almost like vultures, and there seems to be something swarming on them, as if they are carrying large, infected rat swarms on them, and they are swooping down towards your helicopter, and will be here after you take 2 actions.
Are we like never coming back to Tharkold? Are you like trying to use everything today?
I don't know.
Okay.
Can I
Let's go, you did,
requisition
like,
like
a mad
something cool?
You're unconscious.
Well, but yeah, but
We got
it's
you
something
back in
I will
90 words.
have done. The requisition happened like 2 days ago. I just happened to have done it.
I think you have to be conscious for requisition.
Okay, should someone wake him up for their turn?
Give him a good sharp slap across the face. I'm sure he's got an adrenaline pen on him.
He was conscious. That's the argument he's making. Is when he made the requisition, he was conscious.
What are you looking for, Zorba? Somebody would have to get it off your body.
No, I want to have requisitioned an interception team of rocketeers from the Nile Empire to come, like, carry us
Let me
the
look
rest
up
of the
KO
way.
real quick, because I don't think you're allowed to take actions if you are unconscious, and requisition is taking an action technically.
Yeah, but I did it.
Take your time, JM. But also, I would like to play my Step C card.
Yes.
And roll to see if I can pilot this ship 1 step forward before the flurry.
Go for it.
If we've got a step C card, then I don't need to requisition it.
Well, and just so you know, KO characters can take no actions, including free or reflexive actions, spending possibility, or trading and playing destiny cards. So go for it.
Reflexive being something that happened earlier.
Yes.
That's sauce. Okay.
Right, Greymarsh has a point, unless it's specifically the Pan Pacifica flashback, which specifically states it works differently than normal.
Greymarsh's
that
name
was
is
my-
Jay, and he's
I thought
also
that was the
Steve
perk
J.
that I took.
Hold on, guys, you're both talking at once. Go ahead, Gabe. No, so that one is not. Did you get the Pan Pacifica flashback perk?
I got the Pan Pacifica special always prepared, I think.
I'll look it up. Go ahead, Brother Black.
16.
All right, you managed to get close to the banks of the Bosphorus. Who is going next?
I'll hop on one of the 50 cows, having packed Zorba in frozen worms. Well, we still have one of these specters chasing us, right?
You do have one of the specters chasing you, and you have 3 of the abominations.
All right, I'm gonna light the specter with the 50 cow.
Go for it. I don't have the Pan Pacific one in front of me, Zorba. I apologize.
That was a 6. So I'm gonna roll.
With the C card, it's not necessary.
Okay. All right.
My intent was to use the requisition to further us even without getting the card, but since he got the card,
I appreciate
That's-
that.
just fine.
Okay.
Oh,
But that was all I was trying to aim at.
I got you.
Oh, wait. I know you already said it. Would you like me to try and cast Calculate Weakness on this first?
He is already rolled.
Ugh.
Sorry.
So that's an 18.
An 18. Oh, God, that hits with an outstanding success.
Okay.
So, go ahead and roll 2d6, or 2 bonus dice, and add it to the 16
Okay.
base damage on this weapon.
Well, that's a total of 20 damage.
All right. 2 more shots. Get you straight up the side. All right, who's left? Morgan and...
Okay, can you remind me who all are... Because you've gotten rid of a
Are
lot of people at
we-
this point.
Go ahead, sorry.
there is the Spectre,
Spectre,
which is the jet.
and then the 3 other things.
Yes.
Okay.
3 vultures that have swarms of giant rats on them.
Ooh.
Okay.
Can I multi-action or multi-target Calculate Weakness?
Does it say you can multi-target?
Oh, that takes like a whole minute to do. Never mind.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's corporal. Sorry. Skip me for a second. I'm getting confused with my papers.
Okay. Are we still collecting shock, JM?
You are not. All of the shock-eating things have gone away.
Okay.
And not a moment too soon, I will point out, because if you have no shock left, they start feeding on wounds. So Zorba went unconscious at the right moment.
Okay.
He's got a knack for that. Just
You
a
do
good
have a knack for
smoke.
that. Thank you, Grey March. You can totally have a possibility. What are you doing, Becca?
Zorba has the Playin' Possum perk.
I'm frozen on screen, but that's fine. I am wondering if I need to dump a healing potion in anyone's mouth. Zorba didn't look wounded. Does anybody appear wounded?
I'm down 3 wounds.
Yeah, there were slugs trying to worm their way into Kowalski through the large gaping wounds on the Technodemon's body.
Okay. I would like to multi-action.
Okay.
And give Kowalski my healing potion, tell him to drink it, and then,
Does it have any limitations on the kind of creatures it works on?
I didn't see
It
any.
does not. No. Cool. All right, what does it do for him?
He gets back 1 wound and a bonus die worth of shock.
All right. Heal up, Kowalski.
Does it
It
explode?
does.
Yeah.
Bonus dice explode.
Yay.
That's
10 shot, you're fine.
Yay. Okay. And for the second part of this second multi-action, I want to get rid of this other jet. So
Okay.
I will do another round of ice burst just because I'm super wary about lightning in this helicopter.
All right. Give me another ice burst roll.
Ooh, 10. It's about to be like disappointed. Ooh, that's 20. 30. Okay. 7.
hyper competent and her dice blow up.
Welcome to the party.
They're my lemonade and my coffee dice. They do very nicely
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, at 37, you strongly have to consider going for glory, because if you spend a possibility and a drama, you're automatically at 47 or 57. So you're only 3 away from glory.
Anybody have a glory card?
Gabe has one in the pool, but we probably need to wake him up for that.
We can stipulate that it was played at the beginning, or set in my pool as at the start.
Oh no, we did that. You just can't play it if you're unconscious.
That is correct.
Or
You
trade.
cannot trade or play.
It
Can
is in
trade
your
while
pool.
he's unconscious.
Would you say it cannot be traded or played while he is unconscious?
Oh
How
well.
do you wake up someone who's in shock?
You wait 30 minutes, or you do something that allows them to be revived with sort of like a successful first aid test.
What would a first aid one be?
Oh, we have a. Oh wait, we have a. How would a flurry work, JM? Because
You cannot wake him up in the middle of Becca's turn. That is the way the game works. You cannot wake him up in the middle of someone else's turn.
Cool.
that makes total sense. All right.
Okay. Well, I don't have a drama, so I can't do that. So with 37, that takes me to 25 minus 2 for the multi-action, as long as you consider that 2 actions, JM.
It is 2 actions.
Okay. So 23 to hit him with the ice blast.
Awesome. Well, that is an outstanding success. Go ahead and roll the bonus dice.
No. Oh, that's a 6. 7, 8, 14. 22.
All right. The bad news is that still only inflicts shock on the pilot. The good news is that is enough shock to render the pilot KO'd.
I was going to say he's also then, restrained.
All right, that takes it out. Who has
Great.
not gone this round? Kit.
Okay, so if I wanted, do I have to have first aid to try first aid, or is it just
No,
like a
you can
normal?
use a mind check.
Okay. And I can't multi-action a spell and that, right?
Yeah, you can multi-action that.
Ooh, okay. Then I would like to both wake up Zorba with first aid, and I would like to cast Harmonic Wave on the calculate weakness on the first of the things that are coming up.
All right. Calculate weakness takes a minute to do, right? No, that's
Corporeal
Corporeal
diffraction.
all right. Go for it. Give me the roll. Good. Destroy. This is awesome.
Okay, so that is a 12.
I can
So
see it
that's
in my
9.
head. Your music in the soundtrack.
So the first aid roll is an 11.
Yeah, but if we don't get a D on the next card,
Well, it's been 3 rounds, and you got 3
Still-
hits. So you need a D on either this card or the next card, or take an approved action and see if you get it in the drama in the destiny pool.
So yes, the first aid roll was an 11. No. Oh, it was a 9.
Yeah, that
I'm gonna spin.
yeah.
I'm gonna spin a possibility.
Nice save.
Thank you.
I would appreciate when people steal cool saves that I do would never happen.
So that's a plus 9. Okay. The first aid roll is an 18.
Okay, that recovers a wound if Zorba has it and removes the KO'd condition.
You're awake now.
I was not wounded at all.
So you're just unconscious, either from the laudanum. Zorba, you wake up in a really dark space with a bunch of ice cold slugs around you.
There's nothing so helpless and depraved as a man in the depths of a laudanum binge.
You are this is a typical Tuesday for Zorba.
And then the other, my calculate weakness was a. Promise I'll do math faster in the future. 15. That was a plus or whatever. 22.
A 22 is an outstanding success to hit, so go ahead and roll 2 bonus dice of damage.
Oh, so
Calculate weakness.
yeah, calculate weakness. Okay, so until I do something that takes that breaks my concentration, the first of the other things that are coming up, if anyone wants to do a called shot, which is a -4 penalty, then you get the attack gains 2 armor piercing of damage and an extra bonus die.
Okay. 2 AP and 1 BD of damage in that first necro. It is now, as Restar pointed out, it is now back around to your turn. What are you guys doing? This is still the flurry.
Please don't ram the ship.
So, I think we don't really have anything to.
I'm gonna take my alpha status right now. Don't ram the ship.
Do we? Who would we ram it into anyway?
The flying necros.
Okay. Can I shoot the flying necros?
Who
Jam,
wouldn't we ram it into?
what in the immediate vicinity is supernatural evil?
How would you determine that?
No.
By asking the GM.
Okay, it's Starcold. Basically, everything on the ground, things in buildings, things in the air, the necros.
You are Brother Block.
I'm
You are the
technically
closest
also
thing.
supernatural evil.
You don't seem supernatural evil at this point, Brother Block. The only real change that's happened is the horns and the teeth.
Yeah, I'm going through a tough time, you guys. It's just a tough time. Don't worry. I used to be beep bop boop ba-doop ba-doop, but right now I'm dunna 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 dunna. All right, so what I would like to do is just try. This is an attempt. I don't know what's going to happen. To cast Ward Enemy on the contents of this helicopter.
All right, go ahead and give me a faith roll. But Brother Black, you need to make a salt circle for Ward Enemy, don't you?
No,
Okay.
that's
just Malachi's
circle
traffic.
of protection, which I do love doing, and
That's
it
right.
is very
Sorry, that's
fun.
on me.
But no, Ward Enemy, I just got a 10, so I believe that's going to be a +1 to everyone's defenses, unless somehow something has happened to me. Something dramatic and possibly demonic.
Yeah, Brother Block, what was the roll that you made?
The roll was an 8.
All right. It goes off the way you had intended.
Oh, okay. So everybody gets a +1 to all defenses. It's a standard Ward Enemy success.
All right. You see code kind of flow out around things, kind of glowing ones and zeros, strange runes, and you guys feel a little bit stronger defensively. I believe Zorba was asking a question as well. What were you asking, Zorba? Well played, Brother Block. Well played.
I have forgotten.
Okay. Ben, you were saying you were to shoot.
I think I will again get on the gun and so help me out here. So I have double tap. So that basically lets me make +1 to each additional attack.
No. So double tap just if you can fire 2 rounds, which you can here with this weapon. It is capable of long bursts. Just adds 1 to the total number because you're firing more bullets.
Okay.
It doesn't actually let you fire a second shot.
All right.
You have to
So
multi-target for that.
what's going to happen if I multi-target all 3 of these?
It would be a total of -4.
Okay.
Which
-8 if you want to do a called shot. That's a lot of minus.
Well, let's see here. What do I got in the pool? I don't think I can make up a -8, but I might be able to make up -4.
okay. You're
So,
taking a shot on each of these.
Yes.
So I actually have a lot of cards that I could give you.
Okay.
You can trade.
So I also am I allowed to play cards out of turn, like on his
Yeah,
turn?
you can always play cards out of turn as long as you are conscious and you're
Okay.
in your pool.
Because I have a leadership card, which means I can give him 2 cards,
And then you can draw new ones.
and I could give you one that adds +6 to your stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take them.
Just don't want to make.
And then you refill your hand, correct?
Yes,
How many?
2.
All right.
Flurry and willpower.
Thank
Well,
you.
in that case, if I can make up 6.
Oh, we have 3.
All right. I guess I'm gonna go for the called shot, man.
On each of them.
So that what?
It's just a total of.
Okay.
All right. So it's hard to get a beat on them because Brother Block is flying, the helicopter is gaining altitude, losing altitude, scraping against stone edifices of the building, sending sparks up as the runners of the helicopter clip a metal radar dish. You can hear screams coming from below. You're not sure if it's your fault or someone else's. Every time the helicopter shifts, smoke kind of billows through the thing. What'd you get?
I got a 2, so a total of 17.
With the -6?
-6, so that gets me 11.
Okay, that gets you to an 11.
Do I need to spend... Okay.
These things have a dodge of 12.
Okay, well, fine.
I have
an
supporter.
action. So let me go and spend my card that she gave me. So I'm going to start with action.
Okay.
That's going to be +3.
Okay.
That will give you +3, so that would get you a standard success.
Okay, what am I going to need to get to it better?
17 gets you a
Okay.
good success, and 22 gets you an outstanding.
Okay, should I spend the possibility to try and add up to 22?
I have supporter, which will give you a +3.
So then you have that one still.
Yeah. So that would get me a
That's
+6.
17.
17.
That
Pretty
would
good.
That's a good
That's good
success.
success.
Okay. And then 20 if I... I'm going to spend the possibility. Perhaps if I can't get myself up to a even better.
All right, go for it.
Also, if a drive offensively would help, so or we can give you that.
That counts as a 10.
That's a 10, but it was also a natural 1.
So it doesn't actually do anything. You just got it on your dice.
Yeah. So technically that gets me to a 25. So that's a +8 +15. So 8 + 15. So that gets 23 +3 +3. So 26 plus.
So 29, that is an outstanding success. All right, so let's go through this. You hit the first one. This is the one that Kit Kat's weakness on. So calculate weakness. So 3 bonus dice of damage.
Excellent.
Base damage is 16,
I'm gonna need
and
more
this one
dice.
gives you AP2.
You want me to say?
Oh.
Where's the GM dice? You prefers this.
I don't know which one it is.
This one
So it doesn't
explodes?
matter. That one's mine.
5,
That's 10. So you're at 26, 27,
27.
28. So 28 AP. What's up? 21 points of damage. The machine gun fires, and you see this necro fly into a building, and then it just splatters the rats. There's just blood and fur and little mechanical bits on the wall. Roll your next set of dice. Only 2 dice.
2 dice. That's 7 points +3.
So 16 plus 7 is 23, which is 15, which is 3 wounds, so that takes it out.
Excellent. 3.
So 19, 11 only inflicts 2 wounds, which means there's still 1 necro flying toward you.
You could only kill 2 of these monsters and horribly wound another.
So disappointing.
I'm sorry, boss.
You did a
How
great
close is the last necro?
The last necro throw is about 30 yards or 30 meters away at this point. And yes, all the ampersands, teamwork does make the smithereens work.
Is that within like throwing distance of something?
No, they'd have to be much closer for throwing distance. I believe throwing
Much
distance is about
closer,
12
okay.
meters. Yeah. There is another machine gun if you want to fire it.
Sure. Why not?
All right, give me a fire weapons or a heavy weapons test.
All right, you have my character sheet, so I
I
will give you
do.
my
Go ahead
roll.
and give me the roll. And I will
Yeah.
calculate it all in my head for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Dang it.
All right, my roll. We're gonna spend a possibility, and that's gonna be so. My roll is a total of 24
A 24 gives
on
you
the
a
roll.
Yeah, it gives you a +8 to your dexterity, which is a 16, which is a 6, which gets you to a total of 14. So that hits.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a bonus die of damage.
Uno.
Uno. So 17 inflicts the last wound, and the last of the necros just splatters and hits the ground. All that's
Zorba
left-
just like tears himself up out of this body bag rips a bunch of leeches off, and staggers to the machine gun and just fires at the first thing he sees.
Luckily, it was an enemy.
You were aiming for the crushing despair of a disappointed parent, but instead, you hit a necro. Morgan, you are up. I'm sorry.
There are no more enemies.
There are no more enemies.
That's the one thing we can do.
Yeah.
To blow something up.
And Brother
What?
Block
Why?
wept, for there were no more enemies to kill.
What was the approved actions on the card?
Trick.
No. I was right to listen to that.
Can I attempt to use while multiple images is a self, perhaps it's not as good as it would be, but can I use it to create a trick of multiple helicopters?
I would allow you to do that. You would need an actual target to roll against. You can't just...
No, okay, because the difficulty is 10.
Right, no, but I'm saying for it to count as a trick, you would need to have someone you were rolling against. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, so I set and twiddle my thumbs. The other pilot seems to be able to fly
Yeah.
with Brother Block. Okay. Cool. I will do something.
Ooh.
I turn to her and say, "Now, do you want some laudanum?"
Still, no. Thank you.
Good choice.
That's good, because I don't have any more. The slugs drank it all.
Using your bloodstream as a straw.
Is medicine? I'm sorry, it's been a while since I've played. Is performing a medicine check on somebody an action to do within combat, or does it take longer?
Medicine takes 10 minutes. First aid
That's
is
what I
faster.
thought.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Apparently, I sit and twiddle my thumbs because there's nothing for me to do.
All right.
For my turn, I also sit and twiddle my thumbs alongside Morgan.
I lean over and I say, "So, do you enjoy this group? Because
This
they
is
are
wildly different than your old team.
odd."
I mean, after 3,500 years, what really do you enjoy?
I've fallen back asleep in the machine gun chair.
So you're kind of like leaning up against it, like.
Yeah, no, it's still firing. I'm
Yeah.
just asleep in it.
And the rattle of the machine gun and the kick of the bullets has lulled Zorba back into a...
Kowalski reaches across and holds his belt so it doesn't go flying out.
Brother Block has figured out how to use the helicopter radio. So now we're listening to some foreign DC equivalent. Not exactly the Scorpions, but it's not far away from the Scorpions.
All right. All right.
But
you
I do
answer?
want to know,
Yeah.
Kit.
Oh, yeah, I respond that, I mean, after 3,500 years in a coffin, anything's better than that, so.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. The next card is you have 215 bones in your body.
That's almost.
This round, intimidation is based off of Kage. Good to have you back. Welcome, Josh. Hello. Have a possibility for subscribing. He subscribed for a year. This is awesome. Happy subscribe-anniversary. The Iconic Production Champ, one of our original Torg fans. You have 215 bones in your body. This round, intimidation tests are based off strength
Oh.
instead of spirit. Intimidate is the approved action. The heroes go first, and there is a D on this card.
Gonna survive.
So, Ben, why don't you give us the roll and see if the plane or the chopper makes it across the river.
I will. I was just. I wanted to respond to Josh Kage and let him know that vampires don't sparkle. But I will now. I will roll that. Well,
12 gets you across. All right, now if you guys remember, Zorba did have a plan to requisition something in the river. Zorba, do you want to still have done that so the chopper has a place to land?
No.
Okay. So the chopper hits the volatile wall between chasms, and briefly, blue and red lightning play along the whole of the chopper, and suddenly it drops about 40 feet in a single turn. You all go thumping up against it. Zorba would have fallen out had Kowalski specifically not said he was holding onto his belt. And you are now in a old, not a chop. Well, no, it's the 1930s.
Ornithopter, maybe?
You are in an ornithopter, a weird techno pulp device. It's a little bit cramped. Morrigan, you are used to this, and as it goes across the Bosphorus, I'm going to switch into narration mode here, and you guys make it back to Zorba's safe house. The members of the Last Turk definitely inform Zorba that he has an open invitation, and in fact give Zorba a small black card, like a business card, except it is made of metal and it is edged in sort of a blood gold hue. And they let you know that this card will let you get past and into Tharkold. They've made deals with the people in charge. Anytime you want to come back to the Last Turk's house.
Excellent.
However, as you stand there on the Bosphorus looking over the Nile Empire side, having rescued Morrigan, the Storm Knight you were sent after, you still don't know why she was there. You still don't know what entity was involved in her capture, who runs Tharkold, and Zorba's debts still remain to be paid.
We didn't tear a crystal out of somebody's heart.
You did not.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to do that.
So, what?
Also, we may have left Delilah somewhere over there.
You definitely left Delilah on the Tharkold side of.
I think she had a ride back or something.
Didn't she though? So we will end here. New act next week. New entire arc next week. Thank you. This is the Faites Five. Faites Five. Thank you so much for your involvement and your participation in the Infernis Gamble. Chat, it's good to see you. I hope you guys enjoyed the Infernis Gamble. It ended with more of a whimper than a bang, but at least in my mind, I had a lot more despair planned. But you guys were definitely on your own vibe, and I respect it. Respect the hell out of it.
Well, it started with us tearing up a Stela, so
Yeah.
I don't know
It
where you
did.
go from there.
So, we will see you all in a week for more Torg. Check out all the other great shows we have on the Iconic Production channel. I'll be back on Thursday to wrap up the Sword and Sorcery discussion, which has been going quite well on Behind the Screen. This Saturday, Evan and I will be talking about the next part of Exploring Glorantha. We'll be looking at Prax. What is the history, the mythology of Prax? Who are the people in Prax, and why, as a GM and a player, you would want to go to Prax? Thank you, all the ampersands. Thank you, Zero Earth Element. Thank you, Josh Kage. Thank you, JD. Everybody who has shown up for this is wonderful. We do this so that we get to interact with you guys. It's awesome. And then there will be no grand campaign this month. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. We have gained over 100 subscribers on YouTube in the past 2 weeks. We're in the low 600s. When we get to 1,000, we will be giving away a full Kickstarter set of Fading Suns. That all of the books, all of the cards, all of the tokens, the GM pack, everything. We will ship it out to one lucky random winner, and looking forward to that. So just as everybody, thank you to everybody who has been a long-time fan, is a new-time fan of Iconic Production, and we will also be, this is a big coup for us, I feel like. As you know, Iconic Production started long ago as the Iconic Podcast, where we talked about all things 13th Age. And we have been doing a season on Gumshoe, and on the 28th at 8 o'clock Central Time, we will be interviewing Rob Hainso of Pelgrane Press and Becca's best friend. And we will be talking about the second edition of 13th Age, which was announced at Gen Con. So if you want to know, bring your questions. Again, I don't know if Rob will answer all of them, but we'll do our best to make it through all of them that he is able to answer and he's willing to answer. So, yes, the second edition of 13th Age, all the ampersands. It's not Torg, but it's still delightful. So, for the Faites Five, for Iconic Production, for myself, thank you to, first of all, my wonderful players. You guys are amazing. Thank you to all of our fans. Thank you to JD, who works tirelessly behind the scenes to make sure most of the core demons are chased away from our shows. So, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. We'll see you all in a week on the next Torg Day Night. Have a good one.